Okay, now in our previous lecture we have created an About Us page and a Contact Us page. However, as you can see, our index page and our Contact Us page and our About Us page all have the similar structure. They have a header, a footer, and a container where we put all of our page-specific tags or divs or whatever we want in there. So in this lecture, we're going to learn how to create layouts for our Gatsby project. So first, we would want to create a new folder. So let's create a folder called Layouts. And let's create a new file that's going to be like a component. So we're going to name it with capital letters. So let's name it primary layout.js, and on top let's import React from React, and let's create a functional component with a constant that's going to be primary layout, and here we would want to provide our template. So let's see what we have in common. As you can see, we can take the code from the index page. Let's copy this and paste it in our primary layout here. And what is common is the header and the container here. So what we can do is we can delete the posts here, and we would need our component to receive props. So on top here in the function, let's type props. Okay, and now whenever we create our primary layout and like that, for example, primary layout, and in between we type other divs and stuff like that, divs, forms, whatever, they're going to be received as props.children. So in order to render them in our layout here, we would need to provide here props.children. Okay, now don't forget to export your primary layout, and we would need to import also the header and the footer as far as I can see. So let's first export default primary layout. Okay, and let's go ahead and copy from the index page our header and footer imports. So let's go ahead and paste them. And now everything is getting very simpler. So let's go ahead in the index page. We won't need our header and footer here. However, we would need to import our primary layout. This was an auto import from a plugin that I have, but let's do it like that, from /layouts primary layout. Okay, now we can delete all of this, just leave the posts, and we should have a primary layout here, and in between of our layout we can provide our posts, and let's auto format it, and as you can see we have our index page. Now we can do the same for our About Us page and our Contact Us page, so let's do it. Let's delete our imports here and import primary layout from /layouts/primary layout, and remove this, and in between provide our About Us page info. And let's test it out. Let's go to our About Us page, and as you can see, it is working. Now let's finish with our contact us page. Let's remove all of this except for the form and button. So import primary layout from layouts primary layout, and let's remove that and provide our layout. Okay, and you can delete all of this and provide it here. Okay, let me just check what have I deleted that was I not supposed to delete. Yeah, okay, we would need to have this div. So let's just copy that, remove everything, and let's give our layout, and here we have our div. Okay, so one thing that I noticed is that our About Us page and index page has the same grid layout. However, in our Contact Us page, we would want our grid to be a column of 10. If you do not remember the grids, don't worry about it. I do not remember them either. Just whenever you need to check something out, go ahead and search the documentation of Bootstrap. That's why it's written, and I recommend you go search for that. So you would want to search for grid here, the grid system or grid options. You can see everything in here, and the examples are really great. So go ahead and check them out if you do not remember them. So what we can do here is modify our layout to receive a props, which is going to provide our class name for the grid here. So let's go ahead and in our primary layout, let's go ahead and change our class name to be equal to props, and let's think of a name, props of column. Okay, so what we would want to do now is go to our index page and provide our column to be equal to col xs of 6 for our index page, and that's going to be the same for our About Us page. So the last thing that I would want to do is in our Contact Us page, let's remove everything and provide our primary layout. Let's remove everything up until here. Okay, and we would want to provide our primary layout and move everything inside of it. And now you would want to have a column to be equal to col of 10. Okay, so that's it. As you can see, we have our Contact Us page as before, and our About Us page and contact and the homepage are the same. So this is the lecture for building layouts in our Gatsby.js project, and I'm going to see you in our next lecture.